Hey everyone, Chrissy here, Real World Witness. I'm doing just an improv pop-up after everything that went Friday with the shit show of a debate. But that's not really why I'm here to talk to you guys about. I mean, I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but I also wanted to hit upon a few things. I hope that people can see me better. I kind of changed the angle. I don't know. You can see my face, so I don't know. Anyway, first and foremost, I want to say a quick prayer for my sister Delphine. She has some loss in the last week here, and which is why she wasn't on yesterday or today. She and Jason will be back on the Light Warrior Network tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. But I just want to do a quick prayer. Father God and Lord Yeshua, please give Delphine and her family the strength that they need to get this hard time. She is a light in this soul tribe, and we really love her and appreciate her and her talents and what she brings and the wisdom that she gives upon us during her shows. Put a hedge of protection around her family, and anything that she's doing at this time. And I just ask that you just please give her family the strength that she needs to get through this time. So in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, so be it, and amen. All right. So Delphine, so she had a loss. Somebody in her family died the other day, and so that's why she wasn't on. Hi, Carrie. Hi, I see you. So that's why there was no show on Friday, and then there's not going to be a show with Delphine tonight. I was going to go on yesterday, but I kind of felt like, out of respect for Delphine, I just didn't feel that it was appropriate for me to go on yesterday, so I canceled the show. But I'm only going to be on here a little because I just have a few things that I wanted to say about everything that's going on. Watching the debate was torture, to be honest with you. I don't feel like either one of them won, honestly. Of course, Biden looked like a freaking buffoon. He could barely put 2 sentences. He was mumbling and talking about stuff that I didn't even know what the hell he was saying on some of the things. I didn't like how Trump dodged a couple of the questions about the child care and all that. That was kind of upsetting. The J6, listen, if anybody watched that fucking thing, okay, I'm so annoyed with this whole J6 bullshit. Excuse me, but I'm just annoyed with it. I watched the entire broadcast, okay? He was on the fucking stage. He literally said peacefully, patriotically, just go and watch. Go to let's march to the Capitol and in a peaceful manner, and let's just do that. That's all he did. He did offer the National Guard, okay? He didn't want him there. And honest to God, Nancy Pelosi was in charge of this bullshit. So I'm over the narrative. People, you need to understand the narrative. The reason that they did this stupid, ridiculous debate that was pre-taped, by the way, definitely pre-taped, okay? I pulled cards. I was just so annoyed. That whole thing definitely was pre-taped. And it was just to have the Democrats, well, basically the Uniparty. I don't even care about Republican Democrats. The whole thing is a bunch of bullshit at this point. Honestly, I'm just over it all. I'm over it. The whole fucking thing, Mayor. All I'm saying is this, is that they did that on purpose so that then you've got, Big Mike out there. Oh, well, I think everybody's calling for the dude to drop out, Biden to drop out of the race. I mean, the whole idea is the bait and switch. I mean, if you people don't understand that at this point, I'm sorry. I just am so, it's so easy to see how they operate. They do this stupid thing, then a million articles come out, then they're on with, they had Stu Milto on there who did lose it. She's a freaking psycho on there interviewing at the time, and that was ridiculous too. The bottom line is that they do a bait and switch Biden and Kamala out with Big Mike and probably or Newscomb, which would be just a fucking nightmare. And the other thing is that they need the black vote, and that's what they're banking on. So the whole thing is theater. Yeah, hi Carrie. Yeah, I mean I know it's theater, but the fact of the matter is everybody needs to understand that this shit is just a secular thing that keeps going around and around. If you go back even all the way back to through every single, this is how they operate, okay? They've made a plan. They want to switch them out. So then how do they do that? Well, they make them do this national platform, and then they offer you help out, you have to drop out, and the whole thing is just ridiculous. And honestly, we just need to stop looking at one person to save us. I'm just so over it. Yes, do I want President Trump to win? Yes, I do, because I think he's the most equal person to bring this country back. Is he going to win? Are they going to allow him to win? I just don't know. We have a fraudulent system. We know it's fraudulent. Nothing's being done to correct that. So it's status quo. So, I mean, the bottom line is that we just have to, I don't know why I'm and everything. Sorry, guys. I don't understand. This is a newer computer, new everything, and I don't know why it's blurry. Probably because I live in the sticks. I live on the outskirts of Washington State, so that might be the reason. But anyway, the whole is this. I just feel like we just have to start refocusing inward to ourselves and our spirit and what we need to do to order to get through with whatever shit they're going to do. I mean, we know they're going to pull shit. Obviously, there's a million scenarios out there, but the bottom line is that they are, in my opinion, okay, because I'm watching all the other shit going on, all right? I'm watching all this other crap that they're doing, and I just feel like, the AI is rampant, okay? Nothing on the internet can count on as true, real, or anything. Between that and the deep fake masks and the clones and whatever the hell else they're putting out there, the internet's not, it's just, we depend on any information, honestly. So you have to really go within. You have to go within. And that's really all we have. You have to go with your intuition and your own critical thinking on different matters. Can you look stuff up? You can't just take everything, for truth. The bottom line is they're flooding their internet with a lot of AI crap, articles that are written by AI. Okay, even in the book industry, I mean, people are sitting and they're writing AI crap. They're just flooding it. So nothing is real. Okay, the bottom line, the only thing that I know for sure that is real, in my opinion, okay, this is just me, whatever you guys think is what you guys think, but I feel that it is is God and Yeshua and ourselves. That's all we have, because everything else is just manufactured. And you see on the news, war, talks of war, I mean, listen, the United States has been going over for decades all over the world with this refugee program. And what they do is they destabilize, they use our military to destabilize these other countries, okay, Middle East, all countries, and then they get people to migrate north and migrate over here so that we have no borders. That's their plan. I mean, is the New World Order is it over? Honestly, I just see them boxing us in more. I honestly do. I mean, if anybody is using Amazon for a thing, dude, come on. They can cut you off in a New York second, not even think about it. You just got to start thinking logically, critically thinking, and using your intuition for what is real and what isn't real. I mean, do I like coming on and talking to you guys? Yes. Do I like the shows that we do, Jason and Delphine does, Sarah? Yes. And it gives us some insight and something to think about. I like the deeps that we do. I do. But the bottom line is that we have to I think recalibrate, kind of refocus into what is important. The only thing we have is we can't think about tomorrow soon, or else we'll just go crazy. So you have to live in the now, and whatever like things that you have, any kind of goals that you have, or anything that you're thinking of doing, just fucking do it. We can't you just gotta living until they do cut us off at some point. My hope and my prayer and what I'm hoping is happening is what they've been saying behind the scenes. But you have to understand, the Kabal has been in charge for a very, very long time. I mean, hundreds of years, thousands of heck knows. So, oh geez, Russell J. Yeah, I don't know about him. I'm not even going to talk about him. I don't know about him. He's a little, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say about him because I don't know about that, Denise. You guys got to be careful with who you're watching, who you're looking at. If I can't research a person, if I can't go back and look and find an imprint, okay, on the internet of anything, which is, I did on many, many of these truthers, that makes me suspicious. You know why it makes me suspicious? Because there's paid opposition on both sides. It's paid opposition. Okay? These stupid fact checkers and all this on the internet. You pay attention to that crap. You just got to look within and kind of recenter ourselves. And if you wanted to, it's fine. Go and look at the stuff that you're looking at. But just don't, you believe every fucking thing that's out there, because nobody knows. The only entity that knows what's going on, in my opinion, is God and Yeshua. That's it. The rest of us have no idea what their plans are. And like I said on Jason's show on Tuesday, they plan within, every 10 years, when they go to their meetings and stuff. And until I actually see a tribunal, we don't know where anybody is, okay, honestly, because that could be all fake too. I do know is that a lot of these quote Hollywood people and all that, I honestly feel like they're in their luxury bunkers living under our feet, probably. These Satanists, these people who are awful. I just don't know. But the only thing that I know is that, you just have to kind of take all the information with a grain of salt and use your intuition. Pray about it. Ask God, is this real? Is this not real? I mean, we have to start looking within, or else we're not going to get through whatever crap they have for us. Let me talk briefly about these stupid with a dash cart. That's, you're seeing all those commercials all over the place. I mean, how stupid are you? You can't even you're too lazy to pull out a credit card. Do you understand that all that it's computerized? Anybody could just button and stop you from leaving the store. Did you think about that? What about these stupid augmented glass? I mean, really? You want to live in augmented reality? Is that what you want? Because you're too lazy to I could just say, you need Alexa to do everything for you? Come on, people. We need to go back to the old ways of doing things before all this internet, before all this stuff. Technology is too much ingrained in our daily lives. I mean, I'm a culprit too. I mean, I'm on my phone all the time. I'm trying to break away from that all the time. I mean, how many of us, we have our phone no matter where we're at, holding it? I mean, I'm always got it. I'm always looking at my email, looking at all this stuff. It's a habit, then it's not good. And what's interesting is I was watching, oh God, what show was that? I can't think of what show it was. I've been watching stupid shows from old, 80s, early 90s, whatever. Anyway, but somebody said that, that the demons were in our technology. Well, I have to agree. Social media is the other broken down our society in many, many ways, many ways. Honestly, I hate social media, and the only reason I'm on it is because of my freaking book. And honestly, I'm barely even posting anything about it because I just don't. It's just retarded. It really is. This whole, I mean, I like being on, having the channel, and all that, and I think it's good. our group, because that's how we communicate and that's how we get our things across. But I just feel like it's just, yeah. And this is the other thing interesting. So I was talking to my mom actually, and my nephews are 12 and 9. Okay, they are just glued to all of their technology, iPad, the phone, they have the video games, the Xbox, whatever. And my brother, I will say, to his credit, went and bought them some bikes. He's trying to get them out boat, other things that they're doing, trying to get them out in the wilderness. When we were growing up, we were outside with our friends. Shit, when I was a teenager, I had a bike before I had my license. I was biking to my friend's house, which was about 2 miles away. And we were hanging out. We were talking. We were, it's just, we got to stop using technology just all the time. I just feel like it's just really putting a stranglehold on us. And people don't even realize it. I mean, when you can sit home, people are like, it was so funny because I was watching QVC because my TV broke. Okay, I had 3 years, and I didn't have a TV for 10 years. I used my laptop for everything, and then in 2020, when they were going to do their stupid pandemic crap, I said, well, I'll get a TV. So I got a TV, and it's great to have a TV, because I don't have to carry my laptop everywhere. But the damn thing broke, right? So I've been looking on. So last night actually, I was on QVC and I'm looking at their TVs because they've got a sale going on for July, Christmas in July or whatever the heck they're talking about. But anyway, and I'm looking at it, and so I'm watching the video, the presentation of it. And it's so interesting. They're like, oh, now we have an 85 screen. Yeah, you can just stay home. You don't have to, spend a lot of money. It's only $25 to, get the new movies. You can sit in your comfort home. That's what they want. They're changing everything. They're changing, like, we used to go to the mall. That was our thing when I was growing up. Me and my friends, we were at the fucking mall. We were doing something. We were out and about. We weren't sitting at home on our technology. And yeah, we had computers back then. It was starting to get big. We had, first we had Atari, of course, and then there was ColecoVision, and then the Xbox came out, I guess it was, and we had all that stuff growing up, But the fact of the matter is that they want you home. They don't want you shopping. They're closing malls. They're closing all of these stores, all of these small, cute, little quaint town stores. A lot of those stores are closing because they don't want us to do anything. They want us to be sitting at home doing and on technology constantly, so they can just record everything, every aspect of our lives. So it's so frustrating, and I just want people to sort of open their eyes and just ask yourself, when you're just in a daily thing, do you really need to carry your fucking phone if you're going to the store? Now, what I've been doing is I turn the damn thing off. I turn it off. I put it in my purse. If an emergency and I need it, I have it. But I got my license in the late 80s. So the thing is, I drove for all those years, and I used to be an investigator. I was out and about. I was going to people's homes that I didn't even know, at areas and things like that, all Seattle, all over Washington State. I was investigating for 14 years, and I was out by myself, okay, walking up to somebody's house. Hey, can I talk to so-and-so? Whatever. I have a fucking phone. I didn't have fucking GPS. I used a freaking Thomas guide, okay, to get around. You don't need your fucking things all the time. I'm just so annoyed with that mentality of like, you can't live without it. It's so frustrating. So we have to start practicing, grounding ourselves in the now and not looking to technology for everything. I've said it for many, many years. I'm a TV person, always was. Even when 10 and 11, I'm watching Dukes of Hazzard, all right? That was a Dukes of Hazzard, Magnum PI, Charlie's Angels, Nancy Drew. All right, those were the shows that were on. What else? In the 80s. Family Ties, Growing Pains, The Cosby Show. I mean, we watched all that stuff in the shows that were sort of a little bit depicting what real Americana was, or in more more of a morality, moral base, where you had a lesson at the end of something, you know. Now it's just awful. It's awful, and we have to start. And I am the I am the worst. I'm always on my computer, watching this, watching that, and I need to break out of that habit. It's a habit. And so I started reading. I actually got that book, the Celestial Prophecy. It's really good, actually. It gives very different view things. I would suggest you guys get it if you have it. I'm only about halfway through it. But yeah, I'm starting to read again, trying to stay off of my technology as much as possible. The other day I was down at the beach when it was actually sunny here. Now it's been raining and kind of cloudy here, but a few days ago it was nice, and I was down there and I sat there with my book and I read. I was out there, I went swimming. I mean, we have to just break free of this technology trap that they have us all under. And I didn't know exactly what I was going to be talking about, but I guess this is it. Right before I came on to just say, let me know what you want me to talk about, because I didn't really have anything to say other than my disdain. I was not happy with the debate, but other than that, I think the big thing is that we have to just start grounding ourselves. And I'm thinking about starting a Bible study online. I'm not sure, because I don't know. I mean, I read, I go through some of the stuff, like especially like when Julie Green is on, or Grace. But I was thinking of starting it from the beginning and just coming on and reading, and then maybe talk about it. I don't know. We just need to get back to basics, everybody. I really think that's the most important thing. I feel like it's just we just got to get back to our core selves, and and that's the most important thing. Stay grounded. Whatever they're going to throw at us, the main thing to do is to stay calm, but also, kind of use your critical thinking, before you actually, react. In other words, what was it? Was 10%, life is 10% what is done to you, and 90% how you react. Think about that. I love that quote. It's true. It's 10% about what's done to you, and 90% of how you react to it. And we need to really look at that, because that's so important these days of what's going on with everything. And I do want to say just a couple of things. I don't know. Maybe I won't say that. I won't talk about that tonight. I'll save it for another day. Anyway, but I just kind of wanted to come on here really quickly. I didn't really plan much other than my tribe. I didn't even plan that, honestly. It just kind of is coming out. But I feel like we just need to take a step back and kind of reset our mindset. I mean, that's what I've been trying to do, especially in this last week or so. And I think the most important thing to do is to just stand strong for what you believe in, and never give up. Don't back down. I think, there's going to be some tough decisions that people have to make. Do you want to be on the Matrix or not? I mean, that's coming, whether you want to believe me or not, no matter who's in charge. The other thing too is, we can't just depend on one man. What happens if something happens to Trump? Saying, what happens? We can't just put all our eggs in one basket. A lot of it is that you have to be strong who you are, and then stick to your guns. This whole thing with when the pandemic came. I mean, I was just so outraged that everybody just kind of rolled over You know, these fucking masks and all that. Listen, if I felt that I was sick or I was, you know, if I had something, so I wouldn't even gone out, number one. But number two, the whole way thing happened was retarded too. You know, you know, it was just ridiculous. And out here in Washington State, it was insane. I mean, they literally only got rid of the masks in the medical facilities. Let me think. I believe it was in January or February. I was actually there, and I walked in. Of course, all the ladies in the reception area were still wearing them, but when I walked out, they weren't wearing them anymore. And they're like, "Oh, well, they finally lifted it." I mean, people, come on. I mean, there's still people that are wearing them. It is so damaging to your body. You need clean oxygen. You need to breathe oxygen. Oxygen runs in order for your blood to flow, your heart, your organs, your brain. You need oxygen. And having a mask on and you're just breathing your same shit, that's just not good. I mean, if you research it, it's just, I was just so outraged that everybody was just adhering to this crap. And it was awful because I had to be in, it wasn't bad where I was. I'm on the outskirts, right on the Washington coast. But when I had to take care of my mom for 6 weeks in Seattle, it was awful. I understood the Matrix. They had everything on the news, every single thing on the TV. It was like every 90 seconds was a COVID this, COVID that. It was a commercial, an ad. It was the local news. It was horror stories, this and that, blah, blah, blah. They had them in such a big fear matrix there. And I'm just going, oh my God. I remember we taking my mom to the doctor, and I stopped at a 7-Eleven to get a bottle of water. I walked in there without a mask on. Ma'am, you have to put a mask. I said, I'm just going in for a bottle of water. Well, ma'am, no, you can't, you know, we're not going to sell that to you. So I walked right out. I mean, you have to just stop supporting this shit. It's ridiculous. It's unhealthy. The fact that they force our kids, what they did to our kids is outrageous. They have, a lot of these little kids have PTSD from all the shit they did. See, keeping them separated, keeping them masked. I mean, I can't even imagine being in school and having to deal with that shit compared to all the other crap they're putting our kids through. I mean, if you're a parent, you need to fucking stand up for them. If you're not going to stand up for yourself, you stand up for your child. There's no reason for that. That and the vaccine. That talking about a new vaccine. I don't know if you heard about this. I just happened to come across, I didn't even read it or anything. It was just like a headline. Yeah, so they're talking about a new vaccine, a new flu shot, a new vaccine for the bird flu now. That's, quote, bird flu. Okay, whatever. Please do not buy into it, people. Come on. You know, if you're that brain dead, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't even know. Just please research it. That's all. If you want to do it, feel like you need to do it, fine. But just research it a little bit. You know, you can't, these doctors, they're paid based on how many people they stab with that shit. That's what it is. So, you know, you have to do your research, and you have your critical thinking, especially when it has to do with the kids. You know, I was so angry. My brother, you know, and his wife, they got the jab, and they told my mother that if she didn't get the jab, she wouldn't be able to see her grandkids. That's why she got the jab. I mean, is that sick or what? It's sickening. I was so upset about it. I just couldn't even. I was just like, oh my God. You know, and they were all wearing masks. They masked their kids up. You know, they came out here a couple of years ago. They came out here to Ocean Shores, and oh, it was crazy. We went. Okay, so there was no mask mandate at the time. It was like, I think end of July or whatever, a couple of years ago. It would have been like 2022, I think it was. Anyway, for some reason, we went to this arcade that's in Ocean Shores, and it was like a miniature golf, and they had arcade games and all that. So anyway, at the door, they're like, oh, well, you know, they're telling people that they need to put a mask on. So of course, my stupid brother and his wife, they all put their masks on, and I came in late because I was meeting them there. So I walked in, swear to God, it was like I thought I was in, like a Stephen King movie. I go to them. They're all looking at me with masks on. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what's going on here? It was so hilarious. I was like, okay, I am in the Twilight Zone now. And they can't make you put a mask on. Okay. They just can't. So anyway, so I wasn't wearing a mask, and I went up to buy some tokens, and they're like, well, you have to put a mask on. I said, well, I'm not putting a mask on. It's not necessary. And there's no mandate. So I'm not doing it. And the guy's like, well, we won't sell you any tokens. I said, fine. So I give him the I put it over my mouth briefly, butt thing, and then I took it off and I threw it in the trash. And then it was funny too, because I was playing the games, whatever. And some of the kids that were working the arcade, they're like looking at me like, oh my God, should we say something? But they didn't even bother me or anything. So, and it was just so insane. I just can't even. Anyway, we have to go back to basics, people. Just use your brain, do a little research. I mean, honestly, I don't even think the research, half of it, you have to go to the source. But even if the source, I mean, the CDC, they all have an agenda. So you have to really, I think, pray, search within, kind of keep yourself centered, keep yourself grounded. And if something doesn't make sense, then don't fucking do it. That's it. That's all there is, because everything, like I said earlier, everything on the internet it's now very much getting flooded with AI fact checking this, fact check. It's not fact checking. They're just throwing stuff on there. They don't know. I actually was trying to find articles about President Trump from like 1993, 94, 95, when he did a lot of construction work and stuff for the Black community in Harlem, and I couldn't find anything. All I could find was the negative crap that they had started putting on in 2017, 18, 19, 20, and they're weeding it out. They are, I think, revamping our history using AI. They just put a couple of things in, and the AI thing writes the article. They don't even have people doing anything anymore. I mean, the whole thing is just falling apart. And, Atlantis fell. I mean, if you think about Atlantis, they were very high tech. They were probably 1,000 years ahead of what we are. And they fell, and they just depended on it too much. And people, we have to just start getting back into, maybe finding a piece of land, growing our own food, and things like that. And that's really because they're injecting all of our animals with whatever crap they're injecting them. They're trying to get rid of all these birds now. They're killing birds when they don't even have any bird flu. I mean, the whole thing is just they're trying to get control over our food because they want to infuse us. They're going to provide food for everybody, but it's bioengineered food. It's probably the crap that, Walt Disney World, this was probably like maybe 10 years ago or so, maybe 10, 12 years ago. I remember I was reading an article, whatever, and they were boasting about how they grow their own food for all of the resort, for the whole resort, for Walt Disney World, and they do for all of their parks. So the food from the restaurants, whatever. And what was so interesting, they showed these rows. It's all bioengineered food, people. Like, it's all bioengineered food, which is not good. And I was like, oh my God, look at what they're doing. And so now they're trying to get rid of our food, our natural food. And it's really, we just have to pay attention to everything that's going on as far as that goes, because, it's just not good. It's a whole other aspect of things that, we have to think about. But I would encourage everybody to just sort of, listen, if something doesn't smell right, then think about it, just go in and just say, okay, well, I need to have access to this, and just do it. The other thing I was going to tell you, this is so interesting. So I went into my Instagram account the other day, And I went to the settings and I was looking, anyway, I can't remember exactly where. If you have an Instagram account, go to your settings, and I think just click on all of the things that, anyway, every single email that I've ever had popped up. It was like a list of all of the things that I have an email for, all the things. So I mean, it was crazy. I was like, oh my god, like what? So everybody just all about collecting information, trying to keep us, stuck in this box, and they just keep closing in the box. I mean, it was so funny because you know I said to, actually, it was Sarah Ashley did a video stuff, and I still worry about, listen, I still see the WHO. I don't know if you guys know this. There was an article, I think I posted it on my community page here, but WHO treaty, still they're pushing for another to get that signed, and that WHO treaty, is not good. That would give the World Health Organization control over our nation should another pandemic be launched, which means our Constitution, our laws, they would supersede all of that, which means we're not a sovereign nation anymore, which means we're under a dictatorship of a globalist entity. So we have to really be careful. It's just not, there's a lot of things that are going on. They're using a lot of things to distract us. I mean, this J6 thing, I don't know if you guys heard yesterday, they're releasing the J6 prisoners because the title, I think was it Title 42? I can't remember exactly. So, but there was the law that they were using to prosecute 300 plus people was highly illegal. So they're all going to get released, and actually some of the charges against Trump are going to be dropped. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure there's going to be probably they'll do the political theater of I'm sure there's going to be a class action lawsuit, right? The J6ers, and then they'll probably, broadcast that. But it's all to keep us distracted from what they're doing on other fronts, and we have to be careful. I just think the main thing for my message tonight, I think, is to really just stay grounded, try to stop using so much technology every day, every moment of the day. Even if you take your phone and put it away for a few hours, later check, but just so we're not on it constantly. I think that's the main thing. I think also we just have to stand our ground. If you don't believe in something, or you don't feel like you need that, then just fucking don't do it. You stand up. You stand up for yourself. You stand up for your family. You never give up. That's the key. Never give up. Never give up. Never give ground. We're supposed to stand our ground until Jesus comes back. I mean, I don't know if you guys knew that, but we're told in the Bible you're supposed to stand your ground, hold ground. That's what that means. You're holding your ground and your beliefs and what you and it's the most important thing that we can do. And we have to get spiritually. I think our mindset needs to get just, I guess, reined in. We need to stop looking at everybody outside for answers. Pray about it. God answers. I do my cards all the time by myself, and I'll just sit there in the morning and I'll just ask God like a shitload of questions, and He answers. Let me tell you. I mean, I posted the other day that when I asked if the whole thing was pre-taped, and you saw what I got. I posted it on the community page. That's what I got. That yes, it was 1,000%. It was Ace of Pentacles came up. Yeah, huge manifestation. So they did. And so if you ask God, He'll answer, and He wants a relationship with you. And I think that's the most important thing that can come from any of this, really, because in the end of it all, it's that's the only thing that matters. And I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you about. I am going to use these cool cards. So I need to do a shout out to Cindy Sagar. Cindy Sagar, love you. She sent me these awesome cards. They're called Love and Light. They are divine guidance cards. So I decided I'm going to pull a card tonight to ask Father God and Lord Yeshua, what is your message for the soul tribe using these divine guidance cards? So here we go. Let's see. What do we pull tonight? What message do you have for us tonight on this Saturday, June 29th, 2024? What can I tell the soul tribe? Here we go. Let's see. Ooh, blessings of innocence and purity. Let's see what that is. I have to read the book because it comes with the. Let's see. Okay. Whoops. Here we go. You ready? So this is it. Blessings of innocence and purity. That's so beautiful. Look at that card. These cards are gorgeous. I absolutely love them. And I haven't pulled any this week, but so this is the first pull I've done for about a week. So, all right. So it says here, an open and loving heart is so beautiful. Walking in trust and living in truth is something we can learn from God. We all have it within us to return to our pure divine state of being from childhood. If we can reach this state as humans, then it will be impossible for us to harm another creature. Imagine a world in which everyone was open, honest, and loving. It really would feel like heaven on earth. If you're carrying guilt, please talk with God about your regrets and mistakes. He will forgive you and help you to forgive yourself. That's why he sent his son Jesus to earth to make the ultimate sacrifice, lift our burdens, and set us on the path of forgiveness of one another. Sometimes we can become hardened by the challenges that come from modern day living. If we reconnect with God, our hearts will be softened and uplifted. God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. Matthew 5:8. That's beautiful. That's actually perfect. That's perfect for what I've been talking about tonight. Can you read that? Blessings of innocence and purity. Blessings of innocence and purity. I'll read time so you guys can hear it again. It says, an open and heart is so beautiful. Walking in trust and living in truth is something we can learn from God. We all have it within us to return to our pure divine state of being from childhood. If we can reach this state as humans, then it will be impossible for us to harm another creature. Imagine a world in which everyone was open, honest, and loving. It would really feel like heaven on earth. If you're carrying guilt, please talk with God about your regrets and mistakes. He will you and help you forgive yourself. That's why he sent his son Jesus to earth to make the ultimate sacrifice, lift our burdens, and set us on a path of forgiveness of one another. Sometimes we can become hardened by the challenges that come from modern living. If we reconnect with God, our hearts will be softened and uplifted. Amen to that. I love it. I love it. That's a perfect ending for this little broadcast. I just kind of did a pop-up. I didn't, like I said, I don't know, let it flow. Whatever was on my heart, just kind of let you guys hear me and my diatribe. But anyway, and I thank you so much for all. I did read some of the messages from the broadcast that I did with Jason and Delphine. It was really fun. It was actually a very cool experience because, you know, it's so funny. And I kind of cute from Jason today and Delphine, because usually when I do a show, like when I'm talking about something, a subject, any subject, okay, I plan. I do a lot of research. I look at videos, you know, whatever I want to, and then I choose how I want to do it. You know, and I have outlines. You know, it's pretty elaborate. I think Carrie, I've sent you outlines when you've been on my show, Aspiring Alchemist. But so I was like, so for days I was like, what does he want to talk to me about? I was texting Delphine. She's like, I don't know. I haven't heard, he just go, I guess we'll come on a few minutes ahead. I said, okay. So we did. And he was just, obviously I knew we were going to talk about Julian Assange because that was the big news about that. But I actually enjoyed him just like, throwing out stuff, questions or whatever. It was actually kind of freeing because I have so much in my head that it's just stored there from, I started waking 2015. So I've been on this path for almost 10 years now. Okay. And so I have a lot of information in my head, but I don't have I don't really use it a lot or whatever. So it was actually very cool platform I liked the way that he did it. And I think we got a lot across that was really, I think important for everybody to hear. I will say, listen, the way, let me just say this. I'll say this, just referring back to that show. How do you change the founding of a nation? You change its core beliefs that it was founded upon. This country was founded upon, truth, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay. And we have a covenant with God. We are very unique, America. America and Israel are the only two countries in the world that have a covenant with God. And they're trying to demonize our founding fathers, the Freemasons and all that. And at some point, I will probably do a thing on Masons because it wasn't all bad all the time. It wasn't evil. There was a moment in time all shifted, and there were all these like secret society. We've heard about the Skull and Bones, like so many out there. So I'll have to plan a show sometime so we maybe talk about these secret societies and the Freemasons and everything. The Freemasons were actually a group of they were Masons. They built things with bricks and mortar and blah. That's what that is. And to say that George Washington was bad, I mean, that's how you change that's how you get Americans to hate their country enough to then accept a different scenario, a different structured government. We have a very unique government. We're the only government in the world that has 3 branches of government. We're the only one in the world that has a voting system like ours. Every other country is a dictatorship. People don't understand the Communist Party, Communist China, and all that. I mean, what's been going on here for over the hundreds of years, but over the last 100 years especially, is a slow march towards communism, social, a universal, everybody's like embracing this universal income. That's not good. You've got I mean, don't you want to be paid for the knowledge and the skills that you hold? You don't want to get capped off. Okay, we'll give you $2,000 a month. Even if somebody gives you $5,000 a month, that's only $60,000 a year, and you're still paying taxes on that. And all the inflation is still going up. That's not good. Come on, we have to use our brains. We have to use our discernment during this time of what is good and what isn't good. Do I think our country is fucked up at this moment? Yes, I do. Huge. We've got so many problems. But the bottom line is that our country was founded with the blessing of God, same as Israel. And that's why our two countries are so intertwined like that. And you could say, well, that might not be the truth. Who the hell knows? All I know is that when I think of America, that's how I think of it. Like in my own discernment, I feel like it was supposed to be for the better. Okay, they wanted to get away from from King. What was it? King Arthur? No, I can't remember. I can't remember who was king at the time. Anyway, I'm blanking. But the point is that they were they sent people over here to colonize the 13 colonies, right? The 13 colonies, they came from England to start, and then they decided that they needed a new government because England was taxing all the products and everything outrageously, and they were doing it without say. So nobody from the 13 colonies was represented when they were passing all of these tax laws, and that's why they decided to do the Declaration of Independence. We're an independent nation. That's what that is. And Declaration of Independence is just basically a list of grievances that our forefathers had with the King of England at the time and what they were doing to us. And they came and they specifically, so important to put that Second Amendment in so that because they knew there would become a time where if you have one group over another that could take over, the people were the ones that were supposed to run the country, not the other way around. We're not supposed to be dictated to. The federal government is only supposed to be there in a national emergency. Every state used to run by itself, independently, financially independently. That's how it used to be. It wasn't until 1913 when the Federal Reserve came on, and then the bankers got involved, and then they started organizing all these things with the corporation, all the business, funneling everything so that they would control it. And now the federal government, you know what they do? They go into, listen, I had a couple of years ago, there's a huge thing, Aberdeen, which is about 45, 50 minutes from me. The city council over there, they ruled against the syringe program. The syringe program out here is for all these stupid people that are on, they were on these drug addicts that are on methadone. There's 13 or 14 methadone clinics within like a 10-mile radius, okay, of Aberdeen. And the syringe program was basically they were just giving out free methadone and free syringes. Well, the city council said, no, we don't want the syringes here because, everybody, it's adding to the problem. Well, anyway, you know what happened? A freaking globalist international health organization came in and they overrid it. And now there's syringes everywhere. And the methadone is meant to, you're supposed to, when you're getting off drugs, methadone is meant to wean you off. It's supposed to be on it forever. These stupid people are, they're giving it out for years. They're on it. The whole system is just so screwed up in that sense. And the other thing is, you hear about, our education system, the schools are going to get X amount of money from the federal government. And that means that the federal government can dictate what the hell you're doing. It's the same thing. You don't want the federal government. You want a state, local and state only. That's how it used to be before 1913. The states stole the little towns. They took care of their own stuff. If they needed something paved, and they took it out of the budget. They didn't get money from the federal government. The federal government didn't have regulations and do all this stuff. You have to just understand that we need to get back to that. Yes. And I think we need much smaller government, much smaller. We have 565 people in Congress. What the hell do we need that for? Answer me that. Should be 2 representatives from each state. That's 100 representatives. Should be just a small group. But there's so much oversight. Then you got the military industrial complex. The government has just grown so much that it's out of control at this point. Nobody knows what the other hand is doing. We need to go back to the core founding of our Declaration of Independence, okay, and our Constitution, the original version of it. July 4th is coming up this week. I hope everybody takes a moment to understand and appreciate those that died for us in the Revolutionary War. These men, you talk about technology. They didn't have shit back then. These men were in all the elements of winters, harshest of summers, carrying all their shit all over the place from battle to battle. They didn't have any, they were amputated. There was no medication. There was no nothing. You have to start appreciating what these men and women later on went through so that we could have this country. So important. And it makes me so angry when I hear people talking so badly against our country. We have our problems. Yes, I agree 1,000%. There's nothing that is right at this moment. But try living in another country where you have just a dictatorship. You can't do anything. We need to just please take a moment and thank God for your country and for those men and women in our military, because unfortunately they have to follow orders, even though the orders are from a lot of the Kabal's been using them for decades to babysit their poppy seeds, their poppy fields over in fucking Cambodia or wherever for their drugs. I mean, the border, I honestly don't even think we're in control of that southern border. Honestly, I feel like they gave it to the cartel a long time ago. I think the CIA, the cartel, they all work hand in hand for this criminal cabal. That's what's going on with that. My friends Doug and Dustin, whatever, they went down and we did a whole mini documentary about that and what we found. And back then, that was in 2019, I think they were down there. Back then they were there's been so many people. It wasn't just now. There's been, the only good thing was that President Trump, he tried to put a stop to it, to what the Border Patrol was allowed to. They were telling the Border Patrol to just release, and President Trump was like, no, you need to stay on this side, stay in Mexico. What the hell are we doing this for? And he did stop the flow of what was going on down there. And this stupid thing Biden said, well, he separated the men and the women. Yeah, you know why? Because families were being coyotes who were not part of their family to take their children, their girls, their boys to America, paying them $2,000-$3,000, while meanwhile they're raping them and doing God knows what the whole way up. And that's why they're separated, because half the time, most of the time, 90% of the time, it's probably not even their relative. And Obama was doing that. All the presidents have done it. All the presidents have done it. So, half of the crap that they blame Trump for it's the way it's been for a very long time. The bottom line is that Trump stopped the flow of asylum seekers into staying in this country. And now look, we're in a mess. We're in such a mess. It's just we have to pray for President Trump's safety and pray that that we get him back in office. But whatever happens, I think we just need to be grounded, stay grounded, believe in yourself, trust your discernment. Just stay off, try and wean yourself off of all this technology. Go and start a garden, for God's sakes. Do something outside. It was so nice being just sitting in the sun outside the other day at the beach. It was like only 60 degrees and it was really breezy. So it's not like I was sitting out there with my I had a little jacket on and stuff, but still, it's just being out in the air, touching your feet on the sand, and the nature. Stay in nature, because that's what we're going to need to stay grounded by doing that. So anyway, that I have to say, thank you for listening to me. I didn't mean to come on this long, but I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend. So Delphine and Jason will be back tomorrow, 5:00 Pacific, 8 Eastern, and I guess I'll see you guys. Everybody have a great Saturday. I love you guys. Oh wait, say this real quick. I'm gonna talk about. Let me just show you what so Soul Tribe certified. Let me bring that quickly. So I always forget to do this, but anyway, Soul Tribe certified. Hold on, I'm gonna bring this up. Let's see. Now where's my? Okay, here we go. All right, so can you guys see that? I hope. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay, good. You can see it. All right. So Soul Tribe certified. Obviously, I mentioned it on Jason's show, and I was so grateful that he did that. So thank you, Jason, for pimping the Soul Tribe certified. So this is what it is. So basically, Soul Tribe certified, it's basically a spot for people who have either services or small businesses to, just come and use the Soul Tribe certified website. It's I'm trying to consolidate everybody here. So if you want your business to be on there, it's $7 a month or $75 for the year, but it's free to use for the Soul Tribe. So if you guys just want to go on there and use it to connect with some of these businesses, you can certainly do that. The business list here, I just added Harley Ray. So we've got, of course, Delphine and Sarah Ashley. We've got, this is Golden, what is she? Golden Eagle America, Golden, what is it? Golden Eagle Adventures has Wiggler. She's got like a dog products for your dogs. Okay, that's her website. And then we've got Light, Love, and Healing Crochet by Amy Gazal. She literally infuses. This is amazing. She infuses. She's got healing energy, and she uses it, and she infuses it in her products. So it's really amazing. She actually sent me this beautiful scarf and hat, and it's just amazing. These little slippers that I wear, and it's just beautiful. Anyway, Carrie, of course, Carrie's Crystal Shop, Carrie K, she's on there. And you can order. She has all kinds of stuff. These are just little pictures that I put. And then Novana Design is a new one. Michelle Richardson. She created a bunch of different jewelry. So she's offering a $10 gift, $10 off of your purchase and free shipping within the U.S. She's got a whole bunch. So her website I just added in the last week. And then Harley Ray, of course, is on here. And, you guys know Harley Ray Crystal Shop. And what I did was I added, so if you want to shop candles, you can just click the kitten bundles. Got a whole bunch of stuff, sage, candles, crystals, and then here's all of her social media. So this is just kind of just a little site that you can come to. This is the chat board that I added. It's called the Spiritual Connection Board, and I try to come over here once a day. If I think of something that you guys should see, then I'll post it. But yeah, I don't like the way this forum is. I'm trying to find a different type of a chat, but I haven't been able to find what I'm looking for yet. Now, if you want to source your food, so like Jason showed you on Tuesday, basically, yeah, you can click on, and I fixed, there was one that was a mistake, I think Ohio, whatever. Anyway, I fixed the mistake somebody put in the mess in the comments. But anyway, you can click on your state and it comes up. So if you're in North America, if you're in North Dakota, this is the list of the fresh farmers markets. You can go, and it gives you a map and everything, and you can figure out where to go to get some fresh food. So I thought that might be good. Now, eventually, what else? Oh yeah, and then these are just different shows. Obviously, I think our shows are on there. I don't even remember what I put on here. Of course, Light Warrior Network, Lady G, Sarah Ashley, me, Julie Green, Laura's View and Tarot 2, which was something that, of course, Delphine talks about, but the Bashar channel. Video's not there, but you can still click on it and it'll be there. Some of the videos I gotta switch. But anyway, so the bottom line is that I just want you guys to know that it's there, that you can use it. It's free to use. And if you have a business and you want there's the application is here. And it's just on the bottom. It just kind of tells you about it. You click on here, and then it's just a little questionnaire. And anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I always forget to bring it up. So anyway, so there's that. So Anyway, all right. Well, I guess that's it for me tonight. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I'll see you tomorrow in chat for Light Warrior Network with Jason and Delphine. I love you guys. See you later. Bye.